Well, well, well. It turns out that Keir Starmer was peddling fake news after all. Pakistan arrests man over Southport attack disinformation. If you didn't happen to know, the news got round that the stabbing attack was perpetrated by a recent migrant from Pakistan or something. Anyway, from parts east. And it turns out that's not the case. The story originated in Pakistan with a bad actor there. And Sir Keir Starmer kept saying it was the EDL that sparked this off. The EDL, which doesn't exist, and the far right. And it turns out that's fake news. Is Sir Keir Starmer going to submit himself to the full force of the law that he's so fond of threatening us with? Is he going to say, look, it was a bad actor from abroad, we were being manipulated by some sort of a foreign agent, I'm going to extend clemency to everybody involved? Well, you know what, people? I wouldn't hold your breath. And as for the fake news, he might apologise. It's unlikely, but if he does, it'll be along the lines of, oh, well, I made a mistake, let's move on. And that'll be the end of it as far as he's concerned. Not as far as the people who are in the slammer for 20 months or 3 years or whatever, but yeah. Starmer gets a pass. I'm Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. Police told the BBC that Farhan Asif was linked to a website which gave a false name for the suspected Southport attacker and suggested incorrectly that he was an asylum seeker who arrived in the UK on a small boat. The article, published on the website Channel 3 Now, in the hours after the attack, was widely quoted on viral posts on social media. Unrest broke out in England and Northern Ireland after the fatal stabbing attack, in which 3 young girls died. And we have to remind ourselves that there are several more people who are seriously injured and will probably have life-changing injuries which will follow them for the rest of their lives. So it's not just the families of the 3 lovely little girls who are suffering and will be suffering for many years to come. Now, the fact is that Starmer was only too happy to hang on to this story, to grab it and run with it. And look at me. I am what most people in Britain would call at least semi-posh. I'm a university academic. My husband is a university academic. 2 of my sons are university academics. And one's sort of, pretty high up in some IT company. I mean, we are what might be called, not working class. And so I don't have that much contact on the street with working class people. And even I could see that the story of the EDL and the far right was complete nonsense. It was so obvious. And he was pushing this EDL story, even though he might have got the wrong idea from this Channel 3 Now thing. But certainly he must have known that the EDL does not exist. So he was coming out with an out-and-out lie there. And that rather reminds me of Biden coming out with his thing about Trump and the, very fine people lie and other lies that he has repeated again and again throughout his speeches in support of the Kamala Harris campaign. And, the Democrat Party and the British Labour Party, they have very strong links. I hope you know that. It was made obvious in a book about Jeremy Corbyn called Game Changer by a chap called, oh gosh, I've forgotten his name. Hang on. Steve Howell. That's it. Right. Steve Howell. He was talking about, he did mention, just in passing, the strong links between various people in the Labour Party and various people in the Democrats. So it's obviously there. And obviously, Starmer had learnt from the Democrats that telling a lie and repeating it again and again is the way to go in politics. Anyway, you can't, just like the Democrats hate Trump, so it's obvious that Starmer hates the British working classes. You can't tell that sort of a lie about them. Right, okay. Let's assume he didn't know it was a lie. Let's assume he thought that Channel 3 Now story was the truth, or his aides told him that it was the truth. You can only pick up that story and run with it if you have an utter, deep and abiding contempt for the people against whom you are levelling this story. You are so happy to hear of this story that you just grab it and go with it. That's the only way. It's obvious that Starmer took that story, false as it was, about the EDL and the far right, and he just wanted to believe it, just like it's obvious that Biden wants to believe that story about Trump. So there you have it. Proof, if proof were needed, of Starmer's abiding hatred for the people whose interests he is supposed to be defending. Okay, well, I just thought I'd push out this quick video because I just saw this news and it struck me. It just had to be said. Till next time, you can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.